What's good, y'all? Back again with another alcohol review. Now, I just dropped my first ever one, which dealt with beers. We talking lager versus ale. The link to that video of the inaugural one will be in the description box below. But we in here comparing wines. Red wine versus white wine. Now, I know there are other types of wines. There's black wine, more or less black wine. You got plum wine. So, there's some variations of this fast. Okay? But we're going to do two of the most common, or arguably two of the most common types of wine. We talking generals here, We'll get in the later some brands and whatnot. And, of course, you can always hit me up with ones you want me to talk on. Right? Now, when it comes to, we know the process of wine. Fermentation, baby. Fermentation of grapes. Okay? Pure and simple. If you want more technical, of course you can look it up. Of course you can go to the wine experts. You can go to a vineyard. You can go to, some cellars. And of course, the soil. The soil. I was talking to dude recently. I was, what was I at? Oh yeah, I was at in my apartment. I was at a more or less get together kind of party vibe. The dude was talking about it. We were talking about it. Soil content, massively important. Depends on where you're at. Is it uniform, or is it a split up of all kinds of diversity in the soil content? So it will change the flavor. How it is cast, okay, how it's packaged, how it is barreled up, where it comes from, has a geographically will affect it, not infected, hopefully not, will affect it by the climate and everything else. It will give it a different taste to it. It will give a different presentation. Okay, prices and everything else. There's a lot of factors to consider. The aging is huge, especially with wine. Okay, so take that for what it's worth. And I know a lot of people prefer the older. Older is not always better. I've had a few. Older is not always better when it comes to wine. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. It really depends on the brand. It really depends on how long it's been sealed, how properly it's been sealed, the oxidation, all that kind of good stuff, right? We talking red versus white. Okay? Now, a lot of people, this is their first drink, kind of like for a lot of people, beer wasn't either of them. Neither beer nor wine was my first sip of alcohol. Okay, I didn't have more or less wine until actually more recent years, to be honest with you. And I had red wine, and red wine, man, generally not a fan. Red wine can be very acidic tasting. It can be very, in some cases, almost metallic in its taste. Red wine, it gives sometimes some cheaper vibe to it. It can sometimes not have the strongest alcohol content. Now I'm not about drinking to get drunk, but if I'm going to drink, I want that, if whatever effect I'm going for, I want it to hit. And somehow red wines do hit. But the problem is that the taste is so sometimes god awful, not even bitter like freaking beer, especially ale. It's not bitter. It's just so potent, so just what the hell am I drinking? So it's almost like either you gotta grow accustomed to something, and I still haven't grown accustomed to red wine. It's so overpowering on, not even on the taste buds, it's just overpowering on the front end before you can get to the back end, you can fit. So you sipping, you better sip, because if you about down in that, you better, not have a gag reflex. You better somehow got desensitized to that. Not even bitter, just this harsh taste. Really? It's a harsh taste with a lot of red wine. And unfortunately, I haven't, and again, maybe if I drink more, depends on what you drink, but I have not found too much difference. Now, there are some red wines that are sweeter, if you will. Okay, and again, guarantee it depends on the grape and the fermentation process. But a lot of red wines, they just are kind of flat. They're kind of monotone in their note, and they need to be tuned up. They need to be fixed. I don't know what they got to do, but they got to change that. They got to change that recipe, man. They got to get in that kitchen and change the recipe. But I'll stop it with that. Now, when it comes to white wines are seemingly more sophisticated, I will say. White wines, they do sometimes have that hitting as well as wine. That's a classic. That wine has a different hit than beer, okay? With beer, it's this earthy, almost you in the countryside kind of vibe. Wine does have that sophisticated side to it, and it hits you on a whole different level. It's not, I mentioned lagers being kind of floral, grainy, but on the floral side, on like a bud, like you're eating a straight up plant. But ale being that grainy wheat, straight from the dirt kind of thing, like a common man's drink. Wine, not only some of it does it shimmer, okay? It glimmers in the. That's why King Solomon warned his son, do not look at that red, do not look at the wine when it's sparkling in the cup. I've actually seen that, and I can understand what he was talking about. Be careful, don't stare, okay? Stare. One of my aunts used to say, stare long, stare wrong. Oh, study long, study wrong. Okay, it was about cards, but it does agree with wine. Wine will screw you up. And what the real screw up is freaking white wine. Now, this is the opposite effect for me from you if you watch my lager versus ale review, okay? I prefer white wine. Now, I can't say which has higher alcohol content. It varies greatly, okay? Red and white, it just, you got to look on the bottom. Some have like 5%, some have drop off, some have a little bit high. So, 5 is pushing it on a greater extent, whatnot. But with white wine, it generally is this lighter taste. And again, this is seemingly opposite. It's like, you contradicted. No. Light taste, it has that punch, but it's a punch to where, I can keep sipping on this. It's not so overbearing to where I can't drink it. I don't want to drink it. Or I gotta be like, if I'm sipping out of the bottle, I gotta put that down like that. I can't get no more than 2 swigs out of it. Come on. White wine doesn't give me that. White wine makes me want to go back for more. Okay? White wine says, I'm inviting, And white wine also has like these subtleties to them. And they do very more so than the red wine, which is often monotone, no matter which one you drink. So if you want a diversity, and I like diversity of flavors, and this is consistent with what I said about ales. With ales, it's more of a Russian roulette. With wines, you're not going to get so much difference, but you will have the subtleties of differences. So white wine, for those who want, who are wine drinkers, or thinking about drinking wine, and need something, not overpowering on the palate, but want to wash it down, and that if you get, you can't rock it. If you're a beer drinker, you can't find it, hit white wine. If you're a liquor drinker, you can't find it, hit the white wine. I'm not dismissing the red wine, okay? I'm not dismissing. It's on the lower end. It's on the lower end of the pedestal. It just is what it is, okay? It's like I have lager on the lower end, I got red wine on the lower end. White wine is superior, and at least with when it comes to beers, there was more of this. With wines, it's like this for me. White wine is here, red wine is here. Monotone versus subtlety and diversity. White wine where I ain't freaking getting beaten over the head like I'm getting knocked out by Big George Foreman, Iron Mike Tyson, okay, Lennox Lewis, Hands of Stone, Roberto Duran, freaking the legend himself, Rocky Marciano, Conor McGregor, the Notorious. Okay, I'm not getting beat over the head with it. Okay, I'm not getting beat over the head with Dogma. That's red wine, dogmatic. They freaking vicious. Get a black mamba on you. I don't even want to say pit bull because not all of them like that. Black mamba, king cobra. Okay, freaking boa constrictor and python. They ain't just ridiculous, overpowered. With it, it's kind of with the white wine. It's kind of you riding the horse. You know it's got that power, but you know you can flow and go with it. Okay. These are my thoughts. What are yours? What do y'all prefer when it comes to the wine game? Red wine versus white wine. Why? Give me give me some suggestions below in the comment section of what you want me to review, what you want me to talk about, how you like the video. Unexpected, want to like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, man. Until next time, y'all have a beautiful day, beautiful night. Peace. What's next? Likely cider. Oh yeah.